Hey Mama, I'm so glad you're here. You made it, you did it. It's Christmas Eve, and the Christmas Eve is actually, I think, for me, more the day I enjoy than Christmas itself. It's just because you're at that anticipation of what's to come. And I love it. I love just that warmth that you feel. And if you've forgotten something, well, oh well, that's it. It's Christmas is here. You're gonna have to wait till Boxing Day now. And I just love sitting on the couch on Christmas Eve or in the evening and just being wrapped in the love of this holiday. And that's what I'm talking about today, is finding rest in the love of Christmas, the meaning of it. And I talked about the comfort of Christmas, finding the comfort of Christmas, even in discomfort, in my last podcast episode, because that is so much of what Christmas is about. It's a story of discomfort and the love that came out of it. And we need to seek that love at this time. And so when we're spending time with family, when we are with our children, and if we're with our siblings and the aunts and the uncles and grandparents and cousins and friends and neighbors and family, everybody that we're seeing, we want to let that love spill out into them as well. But we need to rest in that love first. You cannot pour from a cup that's empty. We know that. And so we need to fill ourselves with that love. And so I hope that today you're able to take a minute to find some rest. And maybe in this podcast, you can find some rest. If not, if you've got XYZ that needs to be done in the next 32 minutes, then get the volume turned up, Mama, and let's get into this. Hey, Mama, I know you're busy. You're living in piles of laundry, you don't know what you're making for your next meal, and there's a really annoying kid song stuck in your head. And through all of this, you're wondering how you're going to build a joyful Christian home. How do I know all of this? Because that was me. Hi, I'm Alyssa, teacher turned stay-at-home boy mom, blogger, podcaster, and Jesus lover. And I know that while this motherhood journey is beautiful, it's also messy. And the best way to enjoy it is to invite God into our chaos and let Him be the rest that we so desperately need. So together, let's strengthen your relationship with God. Let's build a Christian home that is built on biblical truths and enjoy this motherhood journey. You got this, Mama. So Ephesians 2 verse 4-5 says that, "But God, being rich in mercy, because of the great love with which He loved us, even when we were dead in our trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By grace you have been saved." And that's where I'm pulling sort of today's podcast episode from. The blog post, if you want to check that out, is being pulled from that verse. But it's really just speaking to the love that this story is all about, the love that was born on Christmas Day in that stable. And the story in itself is amazing. I mean, if you know me, you know I love Christmas and I love the story. I mean, a long journey, Mary and Joseph are traveling. They get to their destination and there's nowhere for them to stay. And they end up being in a barn, which is where Jesus is born. And there's like angels and shepherds and there's wise men. And I mean, like, honestly, who has a birth story like that? It has to be Jesus. And I don't think the story would have the same effect if that wasn't the way that it happened. If Mary had been safely at home, surrounded by family, I don't think we would remember it quite the same. I mean, it still would be spectacular, but there's something about the way the story, everything unfolded, that really draws us in to the comfort that Jesus came as in the discomfort. In all of the excitement, in all of the difficulty that they experienced, He was this light, this peace that was born. Peace as in the peace that you feel in your heart, not the piece of the puzzle. He was the piece of the puzzle as well. He was both of them, but but He came as the ultimate sacrifice. He left perfection and came to live among us, those of us who were imperfect. And it's not even like He came to live among kings or people who were of high standing. He came to live with just everyday people. And that is what this story is. That's why it's so amazing, because Jesus came to sit with you in your living room. That's why He came. He came to be with you at your kitchen table. He came to spend time with your children as they're playing. That's why He came. He came because He loves us and He wants us to know Him on a personal level. And so he came to earth so that we could see him in a way that was similar to who we are. So we could understand who he is on a human level. And he came because he loved us. God sent him because God loved us so much that he wanted us to be saved. And so he sacrificed him. It was a sacrifice to give us that comfort at Christmas so that we can have that peace and comfort and joy at this season. And so we can find rest in this love. In fact, we have to find rest in this love, because if we are going to share that love with other people, if we are going to pour into other people at this time, we need to fill our own cups first. You can't pour from an empty cup. We know that. And so this is the perfect time for us as moms to rest in the love that is this holiday season. And so I hope that you are able to take some time today or tomorrow to let yourself enjoy this love that Jesus sent to us, that he is with you, whatever it is that you are doing. If you are doing holiday baking, or you're finishing up your cooking, you're wrapping gifts, I hope that you're able to invite God into that, and that you are able to remember that the love that you want to share comes from God, and that he loved you so much that he sent Jesus for you. And that's what this whole season is all about. So I hope that you invite God into the next couple of days, all of the celebrations that you are having, that you let his love fill you and fill those around you. Let it shine on your face. Let other people see that you are so joyful about this Christmas story and about what God has done for you in your life. Even if it's been a hard year, I know that this year for me has been one of those kind of weird up and down years. And I am just right now really wanting to enjoy this season. I'm really wanting to enjoy this day with my family, over the next couple of days with my family, and find rest in that love that this holiday is. And so I hope that that's what you're able to do this Christmas, wherever you find yourself, that you remember the love that God has for you, that he's sitting with you in these celebrations, in opening presents, in the meals that you are having, if you're traveling, that he is with you, and that you let that love shine through to everyone that you meet. And you fill your children's love cups so that they are overflowing, and that they remember Christmas as a time of love, that it's not about the presents and it's not about all of the festivities, that it is about love. And you are going to show them that because of how loved you are by your Heavenly Father. So Merry Christmas, Mama. I hope that you are finding some rest in the love that this holiday season is bringing, even in the busyness of it, because Jesus came for you. He came for you, Mama, because he knows that you need his love, and he knows that you need to find rest in his love every day. But I pray that you are able to seek it and find it today and share it with your family. Thanks for joining me today. Did you know that you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest at A Little Bit of Lavender, which is the blog? If you haven't checked that out, you should head over there for more motherhood encouragement. I pray your coffee stays hot, your children stay calm, and you keep Jesus in your heart. Until next time, Mama, God bless.